I know there's a sponsorship reason for it, and it's hybrid is the blue of hybrid, but I still like the red.
Joe Bradley is down at that end of things, Joe.
And Nakajima just rolls virtually almost across my toes.
Oh, Joe, got to interrupt you. The number 2 Audi is off.
I was going to say.
And it's gone off in sector 9, and it's done damage. It's hit the barriers hard. The driver, Ben Treluyer, is talking to the pits at the moment. He's not very happy. He's gone off at Copse, and he's gone off a long way. All 4 wheels still on the car,
Left
but damage,
broken.
Damage to the left front as the marshals are already there. He's on the curb coming out of Woodcote. No, he's in the right place. Let's have a listen.
He hit.
He hit the inside guardrail. Exactly the same thing has happened in the braking area at Stowe when we saw that car off before.
I've actually done this, John. There is a rumble strip on the outside, and if you're trying to get a better line into Copse, he just lost grip on the left rear, looped it, and it hit the pit exit barrier.
I'm not sure.
Full chat. No, it's the left rear lost grip, and it just turns you across the track. You hit the barrier and you just destroy the front of the car.
I'm not sure he's that far across. I think that is very similar to what we saw at Stowe. Braking, turning right, and a high-speed corner, and the back end seemed to lock up. And now the 7 Toyota's going slow. He's just come out of the pits, excuse me. Yeah, I just saw the Nick Heidfeld go by him. So what a terrible, terrible day for Audi.
He should be able to get that back to the pits though, John, as long as the right front is still okay. The left front's useless, it's broken, but the right front could be usable.
He's been motioned out of the car. This is Ben Treluyer in the number 2 car. He's been motioned out of the car by the track workers, and the supervisor is there. 1, 2, 3, 4 marshals plus a supervisor there. Fire extinguisher at the ready, and marigolds are on for the rubber gloves are on for the guys around that car. Ben Treluyer sits relatively impassively, considering that he's just taken a big thump. His left wrist didn't look good. He was favouring that
the marshals
for a
want
moment.
him out.
The marshals have now asked him a couple of times to get out. Out comes the safety harness. He's still plugged into the car and talking. And this means a 4th position for Nick Heidfeld. In fact, he's already gone through into 4th position. There's still some negotiating going on here, Sam, at the crash site for the Audi, as Ben Treluyer is given a little assistance to get out of that R18 hybrid. Out of the left-hand side, of course, he's out. And so is Audi's challenge to retain the RAC Tourist Trophy. He hasn't walked right away from the car. He's looking around to see the damage, isn't he? He wants to know if he can get that back.
Yeah, here we go. Did we see him do this? Was it Rocky or Ben doing this?
There was 2 of them that did it. The splitter he is putting that out of the way.
Look at the vortex generators along the bottom of the splitter.
Was very
That's quite
interesting. He's
He's
pulling off the wiring harness at the front and tucking it under the windscreen wiper to keep it out the way. This is very interesting. We're watching this from the onboard camera at the moment. He's motioning the marshals away because he doesn't want to be accused of having outside assistance. The marshal is pointing to the fact that the suspension is bent and busted, and Ben Treluyer, a normally very, very cool, calm and collected Frenchman, is saying, yes, I know that, but I want to get this car back if I can. Marshals are now walking away saying, I'm not getting involved in this.
The marshal isn't happy with him doing it. He's being told, there's a bit of an argument going on here. And
he's saying, I don't want to leave the car and abandon it.
He's got 10 metres to go.
Yeah.
He can go 10 metres, so he could go the other side of the barrier. The car is in a dangerous place at the moment because it's on the outside of a very fast corner. And I think the marshals want the people and everybody out of the way of it.
Is he getting back in?
What's
he trying to do?
He's going to move the steering wheel round or something so he can go and kick the suspension in the right place. So he can, maybe it's bent, and if he can bend it back, he might be able to get at least one of the front wheels to hit the road. At the moment, the left front's hopeless. It's dangling in the air.
The left front is barely touching the ground at the moment. And Ben Treluyer, having inserted himself the wrong way around, is now going to try and get in the right way around, but he's checking the back to make sure there's nothing loose. Quite rightly, of course, the marshal at that point is saying you can't take it back on the track if you're going to cause problems for other people. So any loose bits needs to be put back together. The snatch tractor is out and has arrived. Ben's putting the steering wheel back on. He was taking the steering wheel off, I think, before.
Yeah.
He started the car. Have a listen. He says, I can go forward.
No, he wants to be picked up, I think, and moved.
Well, he's on the bit of the tarmac that is beyond the gravel trap, and you can drive right round the outside there.
His right rear tyre, which may be the only one that actually works, is on the gravel trap. So he wants to be picked up and moved on fully onto that service road, and then he can drive back onto the asphalt runoff on the run up to Maggots and Beckett's. But he's got a long way to go back to the pits.
Yeah, more than half a lap. We've seen this before from Audis. They are amazingly robust. And Ben Treluyer realising, of course, as we spoke about earlier on, with just 8 cars in the field, there are potentially points to be had here, and in what could be a very, very close fought championship, this could be important. He's buckling up. He has done that on his own as well. That cannot be easy to do.
No, it's not, and there's not a big space in there. John, just switching from the Audi situation for the moment, back to looking at their sister company, Porsche. Now, has there been a change in position for the lead of GT Pro? I can't remember if it was 92, then 91, or 91, then 92.
No, Bergmeister's gone back to the lead. Well done, yes, and has pulled out 1.2 seconds. It was Bergmeister, but he had the stop and go. Marco Holzer went through.
And we've got a safety car.
And the safety car is out. We weren't sure we were going to see this. And with 2 hours and 49 to go, the irony is that an Audi R18 brings out an Audi RS5 out of the pit lane. Well.
That's the right decision by Eduardo de Freitas, because that car is in quite a hairy position. You're like end of a long straight, and that is a tarmac runoff. So if you do have some sort of suspension failure, which will happen at high downforce point, you will go spearing off pretty much to where the Audi was, because that's how the Audi got there.
Agreed, Sam, but it took 5 laps to make the decision.
I
during
think
that time, Treluyer was trying to get the car out.
Yeah. I think that's because they were expecting him to walk away from that. Question from Cookie Monster says, do the marshals have the power to physically remove a driver who refuses to exit the car? I presume not. Now, I'm looking at the marshal who's sitting behind me, Steve Tarrant. Now, he's got the car going. Right front is destroyed as well as left front. That car is not going anywhere. He's got no steering. All he's going to do is power it.
We saw this at Le Mans last year, John, or the year before, I forget which. But this is no.
Come on, Ben.
That's that, Ben. You can't. The car, for those who can't see, who are listening on radio, it has the right front tyre and the left front tyre are both not really attached to the car, and he's trying to drive it with the rear wheels only. The car just dragged itself deep into the Silverstone gravel trap here on the exit of Copse, and it's now thoroughly beached, so he's not going to be able to drive that out. He's still going to try, but no, he's going to need to be picked up and put down on the track if he's going to get anywhere.
Now, at this point, somebody has to be on the radio to him and saying, Ben, leave the car.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. If they could put him into the asphalt runoff, Lena might be able to limp it back.
Neither of the front wheels are attached to anything. Let's go down to the pits.
I just want to get in on the debate that you're having, guys. I think the marshals can enforceably get out the car now. I mean, they've given them the benefit of the doubt. I think it's proved that car is in no way going to make it back the pit. So I think they can insist and enforce that he gets out the car and stops messing about.
Unless they've got a taser, mate, I don't think he's coming out. He's taken off the right-hand door now, and I think he's given up. I think that is it from Ben Treluyer. And I have to say, whilst I applaud his ambition and his tenacity, given now what we've seen at the state of the front of the car.
He actually took the door off there, John.
He took the door off the hinges.
Yeah, I think the door may have been damaged then as well. Steve Tarrant just advised me the incident officer can point it out to him, be very firmly saying, get out of the car, you're out, mate. But they can't physically yank him out the car and say, you're done. Right. So no fisticuffs at Copse today.
Paul Truswell, now that he's walking away and he's more than 10 metres away from the car, so the number 2 car is out, officially now has the marker pen of doom. Does this help anybody, this safety car? Closes up the Toyotas, of course.
It will do, because the 2 Toyotas are on the same lap. I'm just checking for where the safety car is. Yes, it will bring the 2 Toyotas absolutely together. So Nicolas Lapierre and Stefan Sarazan will end up nose to tail for when the safety car is withdrawn again. Brendan Hartley in the Porsche.
Paul, just getting another look at the incident here. This is the first one that we saw for the number 1 car. Lucas Di Grassi getting very sideways going through Woodkit, and then similar part of the circuit but further down. Let's have a listen to this. He's on the rumble strip, now he's off it.
He went back on.
He did go back on, Sam, I take it back. You were spot on. You've done that before, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah, he just dropped the left rear wheel onto the rumble strip as he turned, braked and turned in for Cops Corner. Good spot, mate.
I wasn't going fast enough to hit the wall, though.
Oh, right, okay.